Good morning. It's Johnny Sunshine. It's Thursday. Little late today, guys. For you guys out there who watch this shit every day, I'm sorry, man. I slept in. It's a little overcast today. I usually wake up with the sun or the sound of a fucking very loud motorcycle. Johnny's a little achy today. I spent 4 hours yesterday crawling around on my fucking hands and knees in a very nasty house. But like I said, man, it's $200 a fucking hour. When Johnny's got to break out everything on his truck to do a job. And I got paid for that. I'm glad I could help him, but that house is a fucking disaster. I want to give you a little background on that house. She said her brother lived there for 20 years, and he was a hoarder. Then he got put in a home 2 years ago, and the place has been empty. I don't know how the water bill isn't $5,000 a year, or I mean a month. With the flapper I took out of that toilet, it was kind of funny. But Johnny got into a pretty nasty job yesterday. One of the nastiest jobs I've ever been in. But shit happens, you know. But I got it done in 4 hours. Got it reset. The bathroom really needs to be gutted. Of course. Every time I do that, I don't spit on my lanai, but I really should spit that shit out. And the thought of a spittoon to a Yankee just don't sound, it's just not cool, man. We don't spit in cans. I'm real fucking mad. Yeah. I'll drink that shit for $10, motherfucker. Yeah. I bet you would, son, bitch. Anyways, every time I hack up a little bit of something or take a deep breath through my nose, I can taste that house, man. It's in my system. I'm thinking at least it's all organic, if you know what I mean. Instead, it wasn't chemicals. It was just nasty. That I have never in my life seen a whole bed, literally a bed of roots growing between the slab and the tile. And the fucking, just the feeble attempts at repairing that flange. Sad, man. But she said, I think I'm going to have to sell this house for land cost. And I was like, call me first, baby. That fucking house is a mile away from a college, Jackson. That could be a fucking gold mine. Corner lot. 19 fucking... I think that place was built before the Civil War. No, she said it was built in the 40s. You know, that's pretty fucking old, man. If it's a frame house, it's worthless. If it's cinder block, that's a gold mine. If you ask me, I'll buy that motherfucker in a heartbeat. Nice corner lot. She said her brother was a hoarder. I pull up to the house across the street on the other corner, and this guy, it was an active hoarder. Like, I thought I was at the right house, and I looked at all that shit, and I was like, Johnny's gonna do a drive-by. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And the guy, I said, is this your address? And he said, no, it's that house across the street. And I was like, thank God, because I was going to get the fuck out. I'm just going to go down here and turn around. I'll be back in a minute. And just fucking drive off. I've done that. I went into a house one day. Looked like the lady was shitting in the bathtub, man, for months. Big, heavy woman. Sad, you know, they have mental illness. And they're poor, you know, they can't fix shit. But I was like, I'm going to need a special machine for this. So I said, let me go out to the truck. And then I came back a few minutes later and said, listen, my machine's broke. There's no way I can do this for you, ma'am. Have a nice day. And I got the fuck out of there. A few times I've had to do that, man. I went to this guy's house. I even filmed this one. Went to a guy's house and he was a hoarder, man. I mean, there was just a little path. This guy's walking around in utter filth, man. Garbage, rotting. And he's walking around barefoot. And I was like, wow, that just almost turned my stomach. And I broke out the old cancer card on that motherfucker. I said, I can't be in this house, man. My doctor said, you know, I can't be exposed to this. I'm out, dude. And I bounced. Yeah. Johnny, get the fuck out of there. Ugh. So even nasty coffee can't take away the underlying nastiness of that house. But I feel good about it. And like I said, honestly, I'd look at that house, man. She wants to sell me that for land cost, land value. It looks straight, you know, the eaves and everything. It's got nice fucking pecky. If it's been there for 40 years, it's made from old, for 60, 70 years. That's some old growth fucking wood in that house, man. That shit's resistant to everything. It's got beautiful shiplap fucking siding on the outside, all new. I think somebody bought that house maybe 20, 25 years ago and put a lot of money in it. There's pavers everywhere outside. There is one big banyan tree in the front yard, and that's going to create a lot of fucking issues, man. If that tree's huge and its canopy is 200 feet wide, that's how wide those roots are from that fucking tree. And they're crawling up inside that house. They're trying to reclaim it. Look at this, guys. Look at the wind, man. We had some fucking gusts come through here yesterday. They're calling for rain all day. I don't have any calls on my books today, and the phone could ring. And that's a possibility, and if it's an easy call, I will do it. But I've had this guy, I've worked for him before. Italian guy from New Jersey, owns a Corvette. He's kind of a funny dude, man. I like him. But he called me last Friday, early. Hey, I need you to, can you do this on the fat? Get in here real quick. We're trying to open up a beauty salon or something. I said, man, you just gotta, I'll do it Monday for you. Go pick up the 2 cabinets. And call me and take pictures of the faucet. The situation there, the sinks I'm taking out. Never call me. Monday, I had him kind of penciled in, using a pencil so I can erase his ass. Not that I use paper. Everything's in my head, man. But it's Thursday now, and he wants me there today. And he's just not doing what he said he's going to do. And if there's any advice I would give somebody in business or just in life in general is do what you say you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Either that or learn how to keep your fucking trap closed. Don't talk. Don't say shit unless, you know, it's gonna happen. So this guy, 7 days has gone by. I haven't gotten a picture. He hasn't picked up the shit he was supposed to get, you know, on the weekend at Home Depot. He calls me last night. Hey, I'm gonna pick that stuff up tomorrow, and I'm just over this guy. Now it's my turn to say I can't get there today. Johnny's a little sore. I jumped in the spa last night, and I sat in there for a while. I feel good. I came home, and I took a nap while I was uploading these videos, and unfortunately, I had a massage scheduled for yesterday, which would have been a great way to finish that day. Even though my breath and inside my lungs smelled like hot garbage, she probably would have told her co-workers, this guy has a very foul fucking odor coming out of his body. I think he's got real fucking issues. Yeah, rotten from the fucking inside out. Yeah. So I missed my massage. The fucking thing cost me $70, man. If you don't show, they call me up at fucking 10 past. I'm like, how about a call at 10 minutes before my massage? I could have gotten there. Call me up at 10 minutes past the start time. Johnny don't do well with massage appointments. My fucking schedule and my life is very flexible, man. So I missed my massage. $70 out. I could have just burned it up. But I'm gonna jump in this spa again this morning. I have to get the fucking hater mail because, yeah, they had lots to say yesterday about that job. Just incredible, these people, man. We're inching up, guys. Almost 4,800 subscribers after 3 fucking years. Come on. Am I that fucking repulsive? This was 7 minutes ago. It's Johnny Superfly. Glasses are it. Yeah, them are some badass glasses, man. You gotta be a wackadoo. You gotta be wackadoodle-doo to wear them motherfuckers around. But I could see somebody walking around in New York City with them on, styling, you know? Some fucking bell bottoms, a fucking Elvis shirt, you know, polyester. Some fucking shoes on that are 3 sizes too big. Yeah. Superfly. So, a real shit show conclusion. Willie David, my man, he's a cool guy. Great video, John. As Lav says, so you want to be a plumber. Yeah, you want to be a real plumber. I'm going to get to a guy. I'm going to get to a guy who said, wow, do plumbers really use cables anymore? You know, I haven't used a cable in years. I just jet out, yeah. Yeah, I got my whole Jetta rig fucking, you know, on the shelf in my truck. Jetta comes after. There's a, you know, you don't amputate the guy's foot the first time he comes into the hospital complaining about pain in his foot, you know? There's a process you go through, you fucking knucklehead. Oh, yeah, your toilet stopped up? You definitely need to get a Jetta job here. You know? The fuck, man? The fuck drives these people? Willie David, great job, John. Too bad you're not wearing your bear goggles. There That job may not have looked that bad. It is what it is, bro. So I go into this house, man. There was a hoarder in it for 20 fucking years, and he smoked. You could smell the fucking, they never open the windows down here in these fucking houses, man. There's no fresh air, no flow of fresh air in these fucking houses. And this guy, the fucking nicotine must have been dripping off the fucking air handler in the house, man. Just horrible. I've been in houses where, you got two people, they've been there for 30 fucking years, smoking, both of them, and literally the walls are sticky with tar and nicotine. It literally looks like it's dripping down the fucking walls, man. And it gets in your lungs. It's unhealthy, man. It really is an unhealthy situation. And unfortunately, plumbers, it's a fucking hazardous job, man. It's like a fireman, You're running into shit. You go in because, I'll tell you what, I've put my personal protection in the back seat through my whole career, You do what you gotta do, man. It's like a firefighter. You run into a fucking house, it's on fire, man. I mean, what more danger can there be? Bruce Shad, how much were the 2 containers of food? I posted a video last night about what I had for lunch, and one of the coolest guys on here, Tanner West, he said, you can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit when it came to that job. And I was like, funny you should mention that, man, because that's what I had for lunch. Chicken salad, man. Honey pecan chicken salad with grapes. Only rich people would think about throwing some fucking grapes in chicken salad. I mean, the pecans, too. We used to put potato chips on a piece of toast. So you get a bite of potato chips in every fucking mouthful of tuna fish. That was on a tuna sandwich. We couldn't afford motherfucking chicken salad. Jeez. Tony, didn't you have grout to match the clay floor? What's wrong with you? I think that was a joke, but these guys named Tony, you never fucking know. This is Tony Morris, Tony Plumbob. Now he could be Tony somebody else. This dude's got many aliases. Tony Plumbob. Go fuck yourself. Some of these comments, I just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like this guy, Bill Monroe. Flying your old airplane next? Ha ha ha! That was a great one. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about, but that was a laugh out loud. Megabait. I don't agree with you on politics. Guys, we can just forego that sentence in the comments. I get it, man. I don't go along with the crowd. I think differently. I'm gonna show, well, I can't show it because there's something I got on Facebook last night. And it talks about that. Thinking differently. Thinking on a different plane than the crowd. Just running off the cliff with the whole herd, It's like, hey, when everybody's going in one direction and you're running the opposite way, which that's what I'm doing when it comes to Donald Trump and politics, I'm good where I am, man. You guys go, go right over that fucking cliff, man. Have fun. See you in the next life. You You're gonna have a lot of splaining to do to get past them pearly gates, man. John Bloom, that was a good time for a chocolate chip cookie. Charles Coates, hey Johnny, you didn't tighten those toilet bolts nuts down on the flange. You just did them finger tight. That's because that's all you have to do, my friend. I have never broken a closet flange tightening the toilet down. That's what the shims are for. You get it? That toilet ain't gonna move. I mean, I would have preferred to dap it in because it's critical to dap these toilets in, but man, you know, that's why them other toilets were fucking, all of the prior fucking attempts at fixing that toilet, that's why it broke, because the motherfuckers never had a goddamn shim. And I thought I was gonna show you guys how Bella, come on. I was gonna show you how I use lead to, you know, when you got a toilet or a surface that's just totally uneven, you can take an old lead roof flashing, cut strips about a ½ inch wide, even skinnier, and roll it up, hammer it down so it's flat, and you try to get it into the toilet, into the space. If it needs to go down a little bit more, you hammer it a little more and you put it in there, and bam, you got a shim that's 3/8 or 7/16 thick. And lead, that's what we used to do. We used to use lead, man. I'd take a roof flashing, an old one that got fucked up and out of shape, and I'd cut strips, and those were my shims, man. And they cut easy. You take your putty knife, the same way I cut those plastic shims, you take your putty knife, and it hammers right through the lead, man. I thought I was going to have to do that yesterday. It was a very, very uneven, fucked up surface. But the plastic shims were enough, man, to keep that toilet from rocking. And I do not, if you watch any video of me, I watch Steve Lav, he just cranks this one down. Then he cranks this one down. Then he goes back and he cranks this one down a little more. Then he's like, well, I think I need to put it in. So he goes out and he gets a fucking cedar shingle off his truck, 8 inches fucking wide, and hammers it in the front of the toilet right where the piss comes down. Cedar shingles. You know, Steve, at least put a coat of primer on that motherfucker and seal it up or something. That's going to be one piss-soaked fucking cedar shingle, man. It is so hard to teach guys how to set a toilet. Why is there so much fucking resistance, man? Why? The fuck, man? That flange is not there to hold that fucking toilet down, man. Dap it. It's adhesive. It helps. Don't get me wrong. But it's there for a nice clean surface to make your water and gas tight seal, man. People just don't know how to fucking do it, man. Skullfoot. If this episode played in the theater, I would still go. Awesome work. Zizo. Skullfoot. Jeff, I hear you, bro. Jeff's cool, man. He's been around since I started this channel. This guy, Michael Martin, Johnny Sunshine, that was one crazy job, and you did it all by yourself. Amazing. Guys, I had every fucking thing on my truck. I shit my pants. I'm running around. My zipper's broke. I got no button on my pants. My fucking pecker's hanging out of my shorts, man. Come on. I had a rough fucking day, but all I can do is laugh. I almost lost it when I was telling you the story about me fucking projectile shitting in the bucket. I was in my truck, sweating, can't get my fucking belt unbuckled, and it is coming. I just pull my pants down, standing up. I take that bucket and I hold it with one fucking hand behind me and just fucking power shit into the bucket. But at the same time, I peed involuntary and pissed all over my underwear. You can't make this shit up, man. It's just fucking horrible. So I'm in there, a little shit got on the floor. I'm dancing around with no fucking shoes on, trying not to step in a fucking turd, trying not to get shit all over my pants, getting them fucking underwear out. I pulled them out of my pants and just threw them in the bucket of shit. The back of my truck smelled like Olive Garden. I'm like, what the fuck? At some point, you gotta throw the surrender towel in. You know, you gotta raise that flag. You gotta say, I just can't do this anymore. Take me away. The fucking old lady in there hacking up, man. I don't know what. I was waiting for a lung to go flying by me, man. God, that was one of them deep, fucked up coughs, you know? Like issues. Sorry, but yeah. So I didn't get to repair that faucet yesterday. I did leave the faucet, and she paid me to put it in. I said, I'll be back. The guy has Tuesdays off, and he's going to be full of questions. What about that? I'm going to be like, she needs a general contractor. I'm a fucking plumber, man. I stick to plumbing. I can do all that shit. I could rebuild that whole house. I've been a framer, cabinet guy. I went to school for construction and cabinet making, but I'm a fucking licensed plumber. I stick to that. I don't fucking do tile repairs and, you know, one asshole after digging all that shit out from under the tile, he's like, well, why didn't you just put the tiles back down where, you know? I'm like, what? What? Wait a minute. What'd you just say, motherfucker? Did you see this whole video? Why didn't I? What am I, a fucking tile guy too? Assholes. Some of you guys get my humor. Listen. When it comes to humor, the real funny guys are the guys who talk about shit that happens, but nobody in their right mind would fucking bring it up. You know, it's like your little secret. It's my little secret that I have to fucking projectile shit in a bucket in my truck while sweating. Barefoot. With turd between my big toe and my whatever that next one is. One guy commented, and I always think it is, my doors swing open for no fucking reason on the back of my truck. So, you know, it's gonna happen. It happened one day. Some lady's outside my truck while I'm having a fucking panic attack, shitting all over the place. John, are you in there? Are you in there, John? I need to talk to you about something. Yes, man. I'm a little fucking tied up right now. The funniest one, guys. I gotta tell you a shit story, and there is a video about it. I went to this lady's fucking house, rang, and I'm telling you, my body is like Pavlov's dog. Look it up. I'm not going to tell you the story about Pavlov's dog, but when I ring a doorbell, my body's like, it's time to shit your pants. And so I ring this lady's doorbell, no answer. And my stomach's going. Now, this lady has a property with like 4 or 5 fucking houses on it, rentals, Airbnbs. and my fucking stomach is exploding. This lady will not open the fucking door. It gets to panic fucking mode. I take off running, and I'm fucking shit. Every step is another fucking squirt. I get back towards my truck, and I am just fucking covered in shit. Like it, I had shorts on, running out of my shorts, my shoes. So I go behind this Airbnb. It's stripped fucking naked. Thank God there were like some mangroves or something behind, covering me up between the house. But the people in the house, if they looked out their bathroom window, saw my naked ass. Good morning, I'm the plumber. I'll be in. I got a little mess to clean up here. So I had to fucking strip naked. I'm standing there, hosing off, taking a shower out behind this house, fucking hand washing my shorts and my fucking. I was gonna fling my underwear, but they would have got caught in a tree. So I'm soaking wet, my shorts are soaking wet, my sneakers are soaking wet, but Johnny's all cleaned up. I go back to the front door, dripping, sopping wet, but looking good. I even hit myself with a little smell good before I went in there. Rang the bell, and the lady answers the door, and she's like, "Oh, you're a little late." I was like, "What?" "Honey, you have no idea." I said, "I just shit my pants, and I had to fucking clean my whole self up behind your house over there." And I told her that. And then I also asked her if, she's a very wealthy woman, single. I said, I could be your man around the house. And she's like, yeah, maybe not. I think it was the shit my pants story. That's what humor is, guys. Talk about life, reality, shit that happens to all of us, But everybody's afraid they'll say, "Oh, that never happened to me. Tony Plum Bob and Mark HVAC, yeah." Come on, guys, I know you've shit your pants. Got so much shit flowing out of your mouth, it has to flow out of your ass at the same rate. Alright, guys, so Johnny's off today. Let's see if we can close on one. It's got Johnny can set a toilet on a clay floor in a hut in Botswana. Yeah, man. They don't have toilets, though. Just go out behind the fucking shack and shit. I love this. Hey, this reminds me, guys, if you're gonna comment, either at the beginning or at the end of your comment, say, "Fuck you, Tony Plumbob," or, "Fuck you at Mark HVAC." And that's just, we can all get in on this. They call that throwing shade. We need to throw some shade on them fucking shitheads. And I will tell you about that toilet. That toilet's nice, man. Toilet's nice. It was a little lopsided, but I didn't give a fuck, man, because that shit's coming out again. That's just a temporary. There's only one bath in that house, man. Guy's got to be able to go to the bathroom, take a shower. I cleared the line. I was out. I had 45 feet of cable out there in the line, and I couldn't get the stop. It was still stopped up. I went and got another 15-foot section, and got about a foot in there, and the fucking water went away. and you saw me in the video. I got my machine close to that, tipped that son of a bitch upside down, getting every inch out of that 45 feet of cable. But I needed 46, man. Isn't that the man's biggest problem? You're always a few inches shy of where you need to be. At least for me, I'm speaking of my own experience. One guy said that every time I see somebody using a sectional cable, it just makes me happy that I have a drum, a self-feeding drum, blah, blah, blah. They fucking weigh 800 pounds. They're a big mess, not easy to work with. And I like the feel of, for me, my cabling technique is all about the feel. When I feel some bucking or whatever, you don't get that with at least I don't think, because I never use those cables, the drums. They're just they don't have the power, man. It seems like to me. I don't know. I know I'm going to get a lot of fucking backlash from that, but I don't mind my sectional cables, man. I love it. That's all we use down here in Florida, man. Hardly ever. You'll never see a guy show up and whip out a fucking big-ass drum. You know? We do most of our stoppages from the roof because they're single-story houses, man. You got 5 fucking stacks coming out of a roof, you got 5 clean-outs, you know? Fuck digging them up, searching for them outside, or pulling a toilet. Go up on the roof. Drop the cable in. It's an extra 15 feet of cable. And you're in the system. 15 feet from the vent-through roof to the sweep at the bottom. I like them. Johnny, you're so funny. Love the laughter and jokes, not so much the politics. What can I say, guys? I can't be everything to everybody every day. You gotta take the good with the bad, man. Impatient. First, can't wait for this one, meaning the second fucking installment of that video. And you're gonna take a month off after this. Yeah, I felt it, man. My body just, I've got some serious arthritis in my hands, guys. I mean, this left thumb really fucking hurts, man. Right just on the outside here. I don't know what that is. I massage it, but you can see my, well, I don't, hey, it's kind of tough. That articulation is not easy. Yeah, these guys have done a lot. Since I was 12, I've been working, guys. I wasn't smart enough to stay in school. Johnny quit school 3 months into the 9th grade, man. I was a pretty smart kid. But these fucking hands have been through some shit, man. If you could put a light on my arms, and all you tradesmen know, if you could put a light on our arms to show the scars on my hands and my arms all the way up to my fucking past my elbows, reaching down in the shit. You know how many times we've broken our skin open and bled for these people, man? Unbelievable. But that's what we do, man. That's our mission. That's who we are. We get it done, Jack. We get it done. We don't shy away. You know, I always say when I look at some plumbers, you know, you can tell immediately, you know, if the guy's got the heart and the fucking drive and the perseverance to really be a fucking, you gotta be tough to do this job, man. And my question is always, when I look at somebody, would I want to be in a foxhole with this guy? Would I want to be in a foxhole with him? And some guys, not so much. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're heavy. You're carrying them along. But when you got a guy who's a fighter, you want him in the foxhole with you, man. That's all I'm saying. Alright, guys. So, I'm accepting offers on the flapper that was in that toilet. It was a beautiful, beautiful flapper. I love the variations in the color blue and just the shape of it. It was almost, looks like some sort of a seashell. You know, kind of looks like my fountain, really. You know, besides the fact that my fountain's laying on the fucking ground, tipped over. But it's scalloped, you know? It's beautiful. So, whatchamacallit, what the fuck's his name? Even Johnny Lobster got into it today. I thought I lost Johnny Lobster. Mullet Man. 38 Mullet. He wants that flapper, man. I told him, I said, listen, that one's going up on the wall of shame. It's gonna hang in my office. And, but everything's for sale, y'all. Everything's for sale. Make an offer on that old scallop fucking flapper. It's a beautiful thing, man. But can you imagine how much fucking that toilet just probably never shut off? And the house was backed up, so I don't know. I just don't know why the whole house wasn't flooded, you know? Or maybe that fucking flapper was doing its job, you know? Maybe it was right on the inside, but anyways, I was happy with that toilet, Glacier Bay. I'd buy another one for somebody on a tight budget. Some people want that fucking good name, but I put in a Glacier Bay for somebody. They supplied their own toilet, and I was like, oh, fuck a Glacier Bay. And then when I flushed it, I was like, fucking damn, this thing works great. 3-inch flapper, Fluid Master ball cock. Nice toilet, man. That's all I can say. I don't see a problem with it for $99. And, you know, I get 10% off at Home Depot. I say it's a good toilet. But time will tell, you know, what happens to that shit. If it fucking just starts to fall apart, it is what it is. But, yeah, it was a good toilet, man. And Delta, that's a good cheap valve, too. Faucet. So I'm going to let you go, guys. Johnny's going to get in this spa. I'm not working today. I need to go get healthy, get some juice, do some shit, pay some bills, you know. Anyways, have a great day, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of long, but Johnny